so much for being here. The idea today, I was thinking to have a conversation somehow, to do some exercises and have a conversation somehow on how we can integrate meditation into our life. Mm. Um, just my story. I was well. Some of you read the book, so probably right there you have the story. But I was called when I was 20 from a friend. Actually, there was a friend of a friend, and he said, "You need to practice this." And then I went there, and he gave me a mantra from Transcendental Meditation. That was my first contact with meditation. I'm talking about 1982. It was exactly 1982. So I was 21 years old, and then I went to his home, and then he was wearing white clothes and was surrounded by flowers and was chanting in Sanskrit. I was a rebel, 22 years old or 21, yeah, 21 years old guy. Uh, and I barely could contain my laughing. It was like, what's going on with this fella? And what's going on? Look at what happened to him. He go to India. That was me, my skeptical mind. But interestingly enough, he gave me a mantra, the transcendental mantra that I still remember, 82, 20, 26. So how many years? 46, 45 years? 45 years, 44 years, actually. And I still remember that mantra. I don't practice never with that mantra, but I still remember the mantra. Um, and the sound is not even a mantra, it's a bija sound, and is from Transcendental Meditation. He became the head of Transcendental Meditation in Argentina. So he is the head of Transcendental Meditation in Argentina. But back in the 80s, he went to the ashram of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. If you remember, the Beatles guru, when the Beatles went to India, they went to his ashram in India. And then he went back to Argentina, and then he said, this is it. This is what we need to do. The world need to meditate. Somehow, I think that many of us, when we meditate, has that sort of call. I have that call, sincerely. I have the call that my mission in this planet is to hold people hands and take them to the practice of meditation, because I found how powerful it is. And interesting enough, even with all this, my skepticism and all my, I would say, um, let's put it this way, my 21 years old ignorance, um, that mantra touched me. I went back home, and for some reason I practice, and for some reason I feel, oh, this is very powerful. And for some reasons, I didn't practice again, or I practiced a couple for 1 week, and I just let it go, and I dedicate myself to other things. But in any case, I remember perfectly that moment in which I've practiced my first meditation with that particular sound, and I feel, oh wow, something is going on here, something happened here. So from that moment on, many things went through, but definitely today is something that I just keep practicing every day. Every day I go into that place. Some days I miss it, but most of the day I wouldn't say I don't miss it. And the day that I miss it, I don't feel the same. That's the truth. The day that I miss meditation, I don't feel that the day went through the same way, or that I am connected the same way. How we integrate this? I would say that I would like to practice a few exercises, and then we have a conversation on how these exercises work for you. And then from there, we establish a conversation about it. Make sense? So all this business is about attention. All of it is about attention. Now, interestingly enough, there is a connection in between the root of meditation and the root of medicine, MED. Medicine and meditation have the same root, and that root is related to the word attention. And the word and attention is the business of this idea or concept or technique or whatever you want to call it, discipline, called meditation. Now, we all understand attention because as soon as you pay attention to something in your life, it grows. That's how it is. It's very powerful. If you pay attention to something in your life and you keep paying attention to something in your life, it grows in your life. Whatever it is, it could be a bad habit. But that's how it is. That's how powerful attention is. Now you don't pay attention to something, it dies in your life. It does. It dies. If you stop paying attention to something, it disappears. So all this meditation idea is based on the concept of attention. Think about the three bhavanas we were discussing in the last two seminars. In the last two seminars, we talk about the three bhavanas. The first bhavana is the heart, the metta, the idea of compassion and loving kindness and connecting with your heart because of your heart. You hear me say this many times because when you establish yourself within your heart, then it's easy for you to understand all these concepts. But then the second bhavana is samatha, which basically means focusing your attention on an option. Basically means going there into developing the practice of attention, developing the practice of focusing your attention. So, and even Buddhist meditators will tell you that if you want to practice vipassana, which is the third Buddhist meditation, you need to spend years developing this skill of attention. Now, nobody of us have a problem with attention. You can pay attention to my hand, yes or not? If I just raise my hand and say, pay attention to my hand, you pay attention to it, yes. You can focus your attention on something. That's not the problem. The problem is how long we can hold on it. That's the big problem for all of us. It's a big problem because when I started studying this 20 years ago, studying in the sense of studying, not practicing, studying it, I've been practicing probably longer than that. But when I start studying the practice of meditation, at that moment, the span attention in the planet was 8 seconds. The span attention for human beings at that moment was 8 seconds. So, which is obviously very bad. And I assume that in these 20 years, it went worse with all this social media and cell phones, and we are just so then attention is the main concept, and then the idea is how we are going to get our attention more focused. And I think that there are a couple of exercises that can help you to understand that and understand and help you to develop the ability to focus your attention, the ability to extend that sort of span a little bit longer. Most people believe that meditation is to quiet down your thoughts. It never was, it never is, it never will be that. It's impossible. It's something that doesn't make any sense. So you don't want to do that. You want to redirect your attention towards something. And as you redirect your attention towards something, then you are losing the ability to have other thoughts. Why? Because you cannot have two thoughts at the same time. You cannot have a thought here and the same time, another thought at the same time. You're going to have a thought, then you're going to have a thought, then another thought, then another thought, another thought, another thought. When you are able to focus your attention on a thought, then somehow you're holding on something. Make any sense? That's the main reason of all of this. That's the main reason of the mantra. When you're saying, okay, I'm going to repeat a mantra. Why repeating a mantra is a good technique in my experience. It is a good technique because repeating a mantra basically means that you are holding on one thought. Mantra, 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 mantra. And then, of course, that will help to somehow cancel all the thoughts. And at some point, what happened when you're repeating a mantra is that mantras and thoughts cancel each other. And this is the moment in which you jump into the field, the practice of meditation, in which you meditate. Not the practice of meditation, because the practice of meditation is everything. Everything from the moment that you close your eyes, you start meditating. But the moment in which you fall into meditation, because meditation is an state. It's a place. Okay? That's what it is. It's not the practice. It's a place. It's a place in which you fall. It's a place in which you arrive. That's what meditation is. And in that place, things are very quiet because the mind is not working as it's working regularly as we right now, for example, as we are awake. The mind is not working the same way. So that's how meditation works. So you pay attention to a mantra, repeating a mantra, or you just focus your attention on an object, or you just focus your attention on a particular, I don't know, a chantra or anything, and then at some point the mind starts quieting down. And the reason is just that. It's a very simple reason. It's because if you're really focusing there, then other thoughts are somehow canceled. Now, your mind is going to fly away. Why your mind is going to fly away? Because your attention is going to fly away, because you were not able to hold your attention. Somehow, suddenly, and this is all what we are going through in our life, suddenly you start thinking about something. You have no idea why. Suddenly you start thinking about something. Suddenly a thought arises. And then we start associating thoughts. And then, we open our, what happened? Well, that's why one of the exercises is meant to be like that. What happened as soon as you open your eyes? What is it that happened to you? As soon as you open your eyes, boom, your mind starts working, and then you start engaging. And then somehow that is setting your day. That's it. Your day is going to be set by that. You wake up and then you start thinking. As if you start thinking somehow in something that is not the best for you because it's, something that is going on, then you are going to set your day based upon that. And then you're going to start ruminating during the entire day upon that thought that you have, or that feeling that you have, or that physical sensation that you have. And then you're going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going over the day. Or sometimes we go to 1,000 places. We wake up and then we have this thing and the another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing, and then our mind is full of all of this. So meditation somehow is the capabilities. The idea is the moment in which you take in order to put that together. Put that sort of word of the mind, all these energies and all these things that are going on in the mind, you put them together and you say, okay, let's take a moment here, let's come down and let's put this together somehow. And we practice this through the practice of attention. Now, another important thing that is crucial on this idea of meditation is the habit. You need to develop a habit, because if not, meditation doesn't work. Do you believe in the power of repetition? Well, think about it, because most of what you do through repetition. Most of what you do, you learn it through repetition. That's how repetition works. You just don't crawl anymore, you just walk, because somehow you start walking, and then you just start walking and repeat that, and then you fall, and then you just stand up, and then you fall and stand up, and then you start doing one step, and then you keep repeating it, and then it becomes a habit. You don't think about it, you just do it. Are you thinking when you brush your teeth, so I am brushing my teeth right now, let me keep brushing my teeth? No, you're thinking about something else, but you go and you do it. And everything is like that. Everything that we do in our life, all these habits we have are like that. So you want to develop a habit. And remember, we talk about this many times, but I will remind you that scientifically proven, when we repeat something during 21 days over and over and over again at the same time, that's very important, that's a big deal, same time, we repeat something, and then suddenly after 21 days, of course, it's not that rigid. It's day 21, that's it, habit is created. It's not like that. But about 21 days, you are going to develop a habit. It's like you're going to go to the same place over and over again. Remember always that. And I always use the same example, because you don't brush your teeth 7 o'clock. You brush your teeth before something or after something. Each of us have their own rituals. I always brush my teeth after shower. Why? That's how it goes. That's how it went somehow, and it goes like this. Always. I always take a shower and then brush my teeth. Except that I don't take a shower. That's a different story. But most of the day I take a shower. And if I didn't take a shower, I won't tell you. But basically, that's how it works for me. So I take a shower, and then somehow I brush my teeth and I shave. There's another thing. So you see why I shave after brushing my teeth. Well, that's how it is. I should brush my teeth and then I shave. And then I go out and then I embrace life. So that's why attention is a big deal. Habit is a big deal. Attention and habit. And the other big deal is the preparation, because you want to prepare. Why you prepare yourself for everything and you don't prepare yourself for the mind? Don't tell me that you go to work in your pajamas, because you don't. You don't go to work in your pajamas. No, you prepare yourself. You comb your hair, you just prepare yourself, you just, take a shower or not, or brush your teeth and take your coffee, or take your tea, or eat something, or do some exercise, or run, or whatever is your routine. But you do something, and then you embrace life. You say, oh, I'm ready now. Boom, let's go. Yes, things happens, every day is different, whatever, but it's not that different. It's kind of like we go to the same place over and over again. We create this. It's something that you create. You create your own routine. You create your own rituals. You have your rituals every day. You go through the same rituals every day. I go to the same rituals every day. I don't know you, but I think that most of us will do the same. I go to the bathroom, this is my morning rituals, boom. So I go all there. And then I feel then after that, I feel ready, and then I can embrace. And then sometimes, I don't know, maybe Sundays. And then now that I am not working on Sunday, Sundays is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take a break of all this craziness in the morning. But this is how it goes. So why you prepare yourself in every aspect possible, and you don't prepare yourself, you don't prepare your mind. And that's what meditation is. Meditation is a way to prepare your mind to embrace the day. And the same happens if you are able to prepare your mind for the night. That's why usually the suggestion, what is suggested is to meditate in the morning and to meditate before dinner. Those are the two times. If you talk about Ayurveda, well, Ayurveda would say 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 p.m. But that's for a reason. The reason is the change of energies. Energies changes according to Ayurveda in a circadian way. So 6 o'clock in the morning, you pass from Vata to Kapha, from Vata to Kapha. no, from, yes, from Bata to Kaffa, 6 o'clock in the morning. So 6 p.m. once again you pass, but then you pass from Bata to Pita. No, no, you go into Bata. So those are the Ayurvedic moments in which Ayurveda would say, okay, this is the perfect moment for you to meditate. Mm. Uh, it's not necessary that you just take that, oh, if I meditate 6 o'clock in the morning, then meditation is going to work. Yes, it's a good moment to meditate. So maybe you can try. But the point is, you prepare yourself for the day, and then you prepare yourself for the night. And that's what it is. Because around 6 p.m., the day start going down. And then things start going down. So you are preparing yourself for what is coming at night. Mm. I used to meditate. I don't meditate much anymore during the afternoon because I just switched to a long meditation in the morning. That's what I am doing. In general, in my own practice, I meditate a long period of time in the morning. Let's say that at least 1 hour. If I can meditate more, I meditate more. But I try to meditate an hour in the morning when I wake up. It changes. Sometimes it's 6 o'clock, sometimes it's 7 o'clock. It's usually about that time, say 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's how my routine is happening these days. But when I was working in the corporation, I remember getting out of my work about 5 p.m., 5:30, sitting in the parking lot in the car and then meditate there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's a great preparation for the night. If you have the opportunity, it's a great preparation for the night. And then if you're going back home and you're surrounded by family or whatever is happening in your household, then it's a great preparation for whatever is happening. If you're in relationship with other people, and if you're on your own, it's also a great preparation for what is happening with you at your home, and what is it, and how you're going to embrace your night. So those are the recommendations in general. Again, attention is a big deal. Developing, we do all of this, all the techniques that we practice. We practice this technique in order to expand the span of attention. This is what we are trying to do. And I would like to practice an exercise that I think that is perfect to practice right now because it's 6:30, and it's called recapitulation. Some of you practice this with me. We are going to practice again. If you already practice it, if you never practice with me, then I explain a little bit what it is. Recapitulation, okay? R-E is re, capit, C-A-P-I-T, capit, and ulation, like circulation. 3 words in Latin. The first word is re, again. The second word in English. The second word is capit, which means capite, which means head. That's why Washington, D.C. is called capital, because it's the head of the country. It's coming from a Latin word capite, Capitolio, and then ulation, circulation is the same. Ulation and circulation in English, these are the 3 words. So we are going to circulate through our mind again. Recapitulation. This is what we are going to do in this exercise. Make sense? Now, why we're doing this? Because everything happens in our mind. Life, according to yoga, doesn't happen out there. It happens right here. And this is something that science is kind of understanding now and putting into a form that we can understand. I'm going to talk about this a lot during the retreat because I think that is incredible, the studies they're doing these days, and how this can modify the way that we live life, because we are creating everything with this. It's not that we are the victims of what is happening out there. What is happening out there is what we are creating from here. And recapitulation can give us an idea of this. Make sense? Close your eyes, please. I'll guide you on the exercise, and then we discuss the process. I would like you to tell me exactly how the exercise worked for you, like a, what are the struggles you go through, like, oh, I couldn't do it, or this didn't work, or it worked great, or whatever happens to you. In a few words, you can tell me. Give me your feedback. So close your eyes. As you close your eyes, the first thing that you always do when you want to meditate is to take a moment to set yourself physically, for example, right? You start with that, your beautiful body. You connect with your body and you feel, okay, this is my body, how it feels today. And then you start relaxing whatever you are sitting on, you relax yourself. Relax your feet, relax your legs, relax your pelvis, relax your abdominal area, relax your thoracic area, relax your shoulders and arms, relax your hands, relax your head, relax your face, relax your eyes. Allow gravity to really pull you down. Take a moment to let go. Resist nothing. Now, when you feel that your body is ready, then do the same with your breathing. Take a moment and connect with your breathing and feel how the air goes in and out. Feel how your lungs expand and shrink. Feel how your belly also expand and move down. Now, after a couple minutes of this preparation, we start with the exercise of recapitulation. So I want you to think about the moment in which you opened your eyes this morning. You were in bed and suddenly you open your eyes. It usually takes time to remember that particular moment, so I'm going to give you time. And I want you to insist with this until you remember, oh yeah, I was sleeping and then suddenly I opened my eyes. Take your time. It's going to somehow pop up. But hopefully you remember that time already, that moment in which you open your eyes, you were in bed and suddenly you open your eyes. And then from that moment on, I want you to watch your day. Every moment of your day, like picture after picture after picture after picture, like watching a movie of your day. The only secret here, the only request is to do this in a very fast way, in a fast forward way. So you keep pushing forward. Don't stay on each of any of these pictures. Just keep pushing forward. Keep seeing your day like watching a movie. Keep pushing forward. Like those Charles Chaplin movies that they go like a very fast. So watch your day like that. So I'll give you time, couple minutes, 2, 3 minutes, and then from the moment in which you open your eyes this morning, see your day. Take the time to watch your day until now. Again, I'll give you a couple minutes, so start pushing forward. Enjoy. Keep pushing forward. Don't stay in any of these pictures. Just keep pushing forward. Watch your day. At some point, you're going to find yourself walking into this seminar. As you watch your entire day until now, you suddenly see yourself turn the computer on and connecting through Zoom and waiting for me to open up the seminar. And then suddenly you are in the seminar. Now, even if you were not able to go through your entire day, I want you to pick up one of these pictures, just one, maybe two, no more than that. Pick up one or two of these pictures that you went through during the day. And then at this moment, when you pick up that picture, then you stay there for a moment. I'll give you a minute, maybe two, and you stay there and you revive that moment completely. The colors, the aromas, the feelings, the thoughts, the physical sensations, the conversation you have, whatever the picture you pick up is, just pick up one picture and stay there for a moment. Now, please stop doing this. Take a deep inhalation. Hold it. And then release. And as you release all these pictures and feelings and thoughts and images you went through. Let's do this one more time in a more intense way. Take a deep, big inhalation. Hold it. And then release. And as you release your day. It's gone. It helped you to get here. It's gone. Just let it go. And then when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. All right, so I'm going to ask you questions, and I hope you can please turn your mics on, and I will ask you questions, and I hope you can give me answers. First question: do you understand the exercise? Yes, no. Tell me what you went through. Say it out loud.
Yes.
Not much?
I think I understood it. It was sort of hard to follow it. Like I went a little forward, then I went a little back. Like I didn't stay perfectly chronological. Because first I went too fast, and then I was like, oh yeah, remember that happened. That happened.
Understand. This
Yeah.
is the usual thing that happen. The more that you practice, then when I say the practice, the repetition, or why repetition works, the more that you practice, the more that is not going to happen so much. But that's the typical thing that happens. You go first to antennas, then you start to say, oh, but I just forgot about this thing that happened 2 hours before. And then you just jump back, and then you just keep going. And then once again, you move forward and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then so it doesn't really matter. The most important part that matters, what really matters here, is that you keep pushing forward, that you don't stay on anything. Because the typical thing that happens also is like, oh, and I have this conversation with this person, and then suddenly you just start having a grievance with this person again.
Right.
That
What's
that
more
should,
important?
yeah,
What feels more
exactly.
important to you
Yeah,
right now?
that is the part that you don't want to happen. Or for example, let's put it the other way around. I always go for something like that, but let's put it the other way around. Oh my God, that coffee was amazing. And then you just once again are drinking the same coffee.
Right,
Makes
right.
sense?
I kind of
So
did that. Yeah.
exactly. So you keep pushing forward. It's watching a movie. You're not living the movie, you're watching the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Okay.
big difference. Big difference.
So
Makes
you kind
sense?
of need to know how long you're going to be doing it. And do you go like hour by hour or
No, you just
not that
don't
organized?
be that specific. You
Yeah, yeah.
just watch your day.
Okay.
Whatever happens in there.
Okay.
Okay, watch your day. Nothing happen if you miss it. And if you miss it, it's because that part of your day probably wasn't that important.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that takes me to the other question. The second question would be, when you pick up the picture, I ask you when we finish, I say, well, you just got here. You are going to find yourself walking into the seminar, right? You find yourself, oh yes, I was sitting in this my desk, and then I just turned the computer on. The computer was not connected. I have problem with my computer. Oh, my Zoom. Blah, blah, blah. So I am in the meditation seminar. And then I say, when you are there, you pick up a picture. Did any of you pick up the picture, like consciously picking up the picture, like, oh, what are the pictures I'm going to pick up? Oh, I think that I'm going to pick up. No, much better if I pick up this picture. Or the picture that you pick up was something like, oh, I pick up this picture. Was more
Yeah.
like a without choosing so much, right?
Right. Yeah.
Was more like a picture that, oops, that pop up. Yes, no?
Yes.
A little of both.
I think I picked something consciously.
Okay. What do you do? If you can tell.
I just selected an image in my mind of.
But you went. But the question. Let's change the question. You went through all the pictures again and say, oh, which picture I'm going to pick up, or was a picture that was attracting you?
I guess it was the one that came into my head.
Thank you
And
for
then I
saying it.
stayed
Thank you
with
for
it.
saying that, because this is what I meant to say. Something that come into your head, something come into your head. You pick up a picture and something come into your head. So I'm going to explain the exercise in any case again. This is what you do. You open your eyes. You just go to the moment in which you open your eyes in the morning. Were you able to remember that moment? That's a picture. That's a question I forgot.
Mhm.
Okay, you see, sometimes it's
Sort of.
difficult. Sometimes it's like, I don't remember exactly, but I remember being in bed with my eyes open. Or I remember the first thing that I did when I woke up, or how I feel, or I feel tired, or I feel so full of energy, or I feel super hungry, or whatever. But 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 over time that's going to happen. You want to remember the moment in which you open your eyes in the morning. That's what this story starts. I will explain why, but just follow me, please. So you remember that. When you remember that, or if you sort of don't remember that particular moment of the day when you start the day, you were in bed somehow, except that you slept standing or in the garden or somewhere. You slept in your bed, and then yeah, so you were in bed, and then you suddenly open your eyes, and then the day start, right? So that's how the day starts. So from that moment on, you start seeing your day. You watch your day. I'm gonna watch my day, and you watch picture after picture after picture. Yeah, well, I remember. Oh well, I open my eyes, and then I just say, "Oh, I'm going to meditate." Well, much better if I drink some water, and then I sit in meditation, and then I just move forward, and then I drink my mate, and then just go upstairs, and then I took a shower, and boom, that's how it goes. You keep pushing forward. You keep pushing forward. It's not like, oh, I drink my mate. Oh my God, the mate was horrible. I couldn't heat the water properly. No, you just, I just drink my mate, and I just did this and I did that. I took my shower. The shower was horrible. The heater doesn't, no, forget about it. Just go. Of course, sometimes, the coffee was horrible. Okay, the coffee was horrible, but you don't call the manager again. You know what I mean? You don't call the manager. I want to talk with the manager because this coffee is horrible. You know what I mean? You don't do that.
I did that. No.
during the practice of meditation. You can do that at the store or at your home. You can call them.
You made it yourself.
You can call the manager at home and tell them, but tell him or her. But the thing is that you don't want that when you meditate. When you meditate, you keep pushing forward. That's why I say fast forward. You remember those cassettes? You remember the cassette when you fast forward the cassette. The cassette going fast forward. Okay, that's how you want to watch your day. You keep pushing forward. Boom, 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 boom. And then at some point, you're going to find yourself wherever you are doing this. Once again, because you are doing this somewhere, which I recommend to do it in bed again when you go to sleep. Because it shouldn't take more than 3 to 5 minutes, this exercise. That's it. So even if you're sleeping with your partner, you can lie a little bit to your partner and say, oh, bye, good night. And then you do the exercise. You know what I mean? Because it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes. It's not something that is going to take more than that. It shouldn't take more than that. You want to watch your day like boom. And then when you just find yourself there in bed, once again, or whatever you are doing the exercise, maybe you want to practice before going to bed. I don't know, maybe you have your rituals at night and you do your stuff and whatever it is, you manage yourself. Then you say, okay, I'm going to pick up one picture, and then allow what you say, Perry, something that come into your mind. Something is going to pop up in your mind immediately. You say, well, now is the time to pick up a picture. And then you will see that suddenly something came into your mind. And then you ruminate in that idea. Because that is very unconscious, and all this exercise is working on the unconscious mind. All this exercise is working on the unconscious mind. And meditation is working there. Meditation is a way to move into that place. To move into the place of not intellectualization. You don't intellectualize when you meditate. You move into a place in which there is hopefully no mind. Makes sense? So this type of exercise, this type of technique is going to help you. It's not that when you are doing the technique, you're not using your mind. Of course, you're using your mind. Your mind is there, boo, 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 watching pictures, and then suddenly these things happen. Like, oh, I'm gonna pick up one picture, and then suddenly one picture pop up and say, "Hello, I am the coffee you drank this morning. Wasn't this amazing? Oh, hello, I am your friend that hurt your feelings because say this silly thing, and oh, hello, this is a problem. Oh, hello, this is something that I am concerned about. Oh, hello, this is something that I am happy about, or whatever. Doesn't matter. You want to go. Remember this Ayurvedic saying, empty what is full, fill what is empty. Empty what is full, fill what is empty. This is what you are doing. You are emptying yourself from the day. Because the day is gone, there is nothing you can do about it. It's gone. That's it. All done. Nothing you can change about it. You can change things tomorrow. You can change things now. But you cannot change what happened already. So, bye. That's it. You can learn from there. Thumbs up. You want to let it go, which is one of the most difficult problems for us, called attachment. We suffer because our attachment. The day went through, and then you still keep holding on the bad coffee you got this morning and the fight you have with the manager at Starbucks. And we keep holding on. Or whatever, I am just saying things, trying to use common places that we go somehow. You don't want that. You don't want to be attached to these things. You don't want to keep holding on things. And this is a great exercise to practice. And it doesn't require more than 5 minutes to practice. So we all do have the time to do this. Now, this is all related to the state of consciousness. That's why when you wake up, it's a very important moment. Because at the moment in which you are waking up, you are changing consciousness. You are moving from deep sleep or dreaming, whatever it is, the state in which you are, and then suddenly you move into this awake state of consciousness. You were sleeping, and then you were dreaming or deep sleeping. You were there, dreaming or deep sleep. And then suddenly you wake up. And you change consciousness. And that particular moment is a very important moment to become aware. You want to become aware. You want to hold on in there. I always say, don't hold on a little bit on that moment. Yes, just try to practice this. The same happened to the moment in which you are going to sleep. The moment in which you are going to sleep is exactly the opposite. You are in a awake state of consciousness. Suddenly you close your eyes and you move into a deep sleep. Mostly. It's rare that you go into dreaming when you close your eyes. You go to deep sleep. You close your eyes and then you go to deep sleep. 3 states of consciousness in which we live: awake, deep sleep, and dreaming. There are 7 states of consciousness. Remember always that. We already studied that. We practice that. We have conversations about that. We will talk about the 7 states of consciousness, but there are 7 states of consciousness. Transcendental, cosmic, integrated, and divine. I don't remember the names sincerely. Transcendental, cosmic, something else, and divine. So 7 states of consciousness through which meditation can sort of guide us, and we go through them. So this exercise is a very, very powerful exercise to hold, to support your practice. And doesn't require so much effort. And it's kind of funny. No, it's like a kind of like a interesting, like, oh, my day, let's see. Oh, what a day. Oh my God, what a day. Cool, thumbs up. Right? So if we, and I always say this because we tend to hold, we have this hierarchy of emotions. If it's happy, it's good. If it's sad, it's bad. We have this hierarchy of emotions. And you told me that sadness is good because it means that we love. You remember that? I always remember that. You remember that, Perry? So you told me that, and because I was always saying this, but I didn't know why I was saying this. I was always saying, no, there is beauty in sadness. And Perry said, yes, it means that we love. And that's the answer to that. That's why there is beauty in sadness. It means that we love. How important is that? So we tend to judge, we tend to evaluate whatever is happening because we are intellectualizing. We live in this ego mindset, this skin encapsulated ego life that we develop, and then everything goes through that sort of analysis. And meditation is a great way to remove yourself from there. That's what I always insist with the heart, because there is no place for the ego in the heart. No place. The ego is not in the heart. No place for the ego in the heart. If you establish yourself within yourself, the ego evaporates. Nothing wrong about the ego. If you read my book, you remember what I say about it, laugh about it. Take it easy. It's a great way to laugh. I mean, it's laughable. Our ego is laughable. Whatever we do through our ego is laughable. It's something that we should really laugh about it. And that will help us to have a more funny life and to see that we don't need to take things so seriously. Mm-hmm. Any questions about the exercise? Simple to practice. So you close your eyes, you remember the moment in which you open your eyes in the morning, and then you see your day watching a movie. After you watch the entire movie and you find yourself once again in bed or whatever you are doing the exercise, you ask for one picture. You say, what picture I'm going to dip on today? And you dip on that picture, whatever it is. Just stay there, ruminating there for 1 minute, whatever you want, seeing the colors, whatever you saw, you went through, the feelings you have, whatever it was, and that's it. Maybe 2 pictures, because maybe somehow 2 pictures appear, or maybe 3 pictures appear. Fine. So don't be strict about it, okay? Just do your own practice, develop your own practice. Whatever works, WW, whatever works. And then this is a great exercise to practice every day. Every night, tonight, maybe you want to practice again, maybe tomorrow night. So you go to bed, you close your eyes, and you just do your day. This way, you're going to seal the day, and you're going to set yourself for what is coming, because something is coming. We used to think in our life that what is coming at night is, well, we close our eyes and we fall asleep. That's it. That's not how it is. I mean, if you want to think that way, then a third of your life is lost. You don't want that, don't you? But that's how it is. Most of us, we think about this way. We go to sleep and to sleep. Hopefully tomorrow will be another day. And then we think that nothing happened during that night. Well, yes, a lot of things happens. And you want to understand what's going on there. And this exercise will help a lot. This exercise will help a lot. All right, so that's one exercise. And the second exercise that I think that is very important to practice is the heart exercise. You want to connect with your heart. So let's do it. We have 3 minutes, 4 minutes. We can practice this for a moment. Close your eyes, please. Sorry, any questions about this exercise? Any questions about recapitulation? You understand that why I call it recapitulation. What is called recapitulation? I didn't call it. It's called recapitulation. We went through our head again. All what happened in that day of you happens here. Didn't happen out there. Happens here. That's what it is. All of that happened here. And we are going to talk about this. We don't have the time, but I will show you why this is like that. So, any questions? All good? All right, so let's do the card exercise. Close your eyes. As you close your eyes, I want you to connect with your heart, visualizing this emerald green light spreading from the center of your being. An emerald green light spreading from the center of your being. And as you visualize this emerald green light spreading from your heart, start dropping within the heart these three mantras: Prem, Ananda, Karuna. Prem, Ananda, Karuna. Keep repeating them. The three mantras for the heart: Prem, love; Ananda, bliss; Karuna, compassion. You can do it in English, you can do it in Sanskrit, as you wish. Prem, Ananda, Karuna, love, bliss, compassion. Just keep repeating them, embracing the energy of your heart. Bring your hands towards your heart and embrace that energy. Keep repeating the mantras. And after you feel more connected with your heart, let's do the sutras for the heart. Peace, harmony, laughter, love. Peace, harmony, laughter, love. Joy, compassion, equanimity, empathy. Joy, compassion, equanimity, empathy. When you feel ready, you stop the repetition of your sutras and open your eyes. We discussed this many times, and again, if you read my book, the heart is a big deal for me. I think that I definitely believe that when we are coming from the heart, we are better people. That's basically why. We are better people. When you are coming, when you come from your heart, you know, those are the qualities of the heart, you know, peace, harmony, laughter, love, compassion, equanimity, empathy, you know, joy. Those are the qualities of the heart. These three mantras, beautiful mantras: prema, nanda, karuna, you know, love, bliss, compassion, all qualities of the heart, qualities of the heart. So you want to embrace all of this, and I think that this is a great exercise to practice during the day. At some point during the day, when you feel overwhelmed and you feel exhausted and you feel that everything goes sort of, you know, somewhere else, and you feel not in the right place, and you feel, well, that's a perfect moment to close your eyes and say, connect with the inner energy you hold, because you hold all of this in here, all these qualities, all the joy, all the compassion, all the empathy, all the equanimity, all of it is in here. Sometimes very deep, you know, well, okay, yeah, sometimes it is. So you need to open up a little bit more. But then again, the power of repetition. You remember we talk about attention and we talk about repetition, we talk about habit. The power of repetition. You want to establish yourself within your heart, open your heart. How you open your heart? Well, this is a great way to open the heart. You know, just embracing the qualities of the heart and connecting with the heart in a daily basis. So, you know, in the morning, I'm going to connect with my heart. What are you doing? I'm connecting with my heart. See you in a couple of minutes. And then you become an ambassador, and people will see this within you. People will see this within you. And then people will tell you, what's going on? And then I say, well, do you connect with your heart every day? Why not? Why don't become ambassadors of that? Why? Why not? Why we are always complaining about what happened out there without doing our own inner work? If you want to be the change in the planet, be the change within yourself. Gandhi, right? Be the change that you want to see in this planet. Be an ambassador of this. So connect with your heart and tell people, hey, you need to connect more with your heart. Some people will call the cops.
They will.
But that's how it is. So you run some risk in there. Okay. So these two exercises, I think, that are perfect to embrace your practice, to begin creating the, you know, when you prepare the soil, when you are going to, if you do gardening and you prepare the soil and then you just create all the necessary conditions for things to work on, you know, to plant the seed or to plant the plant or whatever you want to do in your gardening, or to clean or whatever it is, you prepare something. Okay, these are two perfect exercises to prepare yourself to meditate in a regular basis, because you want to meditate in a regular basis. And I want you to meditate in a regular basis. I really do. I think that if you meditate in a regular basis, you will be very grateful for taking the time to go there and say, wow, this is transformative. It happens. It happens. No choices, no chances that it's going to be different. If you're practicing a regular basis, at some point you're going to feel, oh yeah, I love this. It's like the yoga practice. Most of you practice yoga on a regular basis. Do you see yourself without practicing yoga? You know, you see what I mean? Why? You know, because you already went through it and say, oh yeah, this is so good, my body, ooh, whatever it is, your approach to this. Oh, this moment here, or whatever it is, you go there, you keep going, you keep coming.
We do.
Yes, well, but that's how it is. In meditation, it's exactly the same. I've been, this guy called me when I was 22. I am 65. I am still talking about this. Something might be good. Okay. All right. So it's time to go. Thank you so much for your time. Beautiful to be with you. You know, because you have my information, that you can contact me at any time. And then from there we go. Whatever, any question you may have, whatever it is that is going on about this or about anything, of course, you just let me know. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Beautiful to be
Diego.
with you.
Thank
Enjoy.
you very much.
Yeah.
Meeting.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.